Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. Friends, US markets were slightly down by about 0.3%. Nasdaq was down even more, about 0.6%, as no big bang announcements in the FOMC meet, which was pretty much in line with expectations. Street was divided in terms of what to expect from FOMC, particularly this month, and what FOMC has said is that at the moment, though the economy is showing a lot of weakness, there is no real need to go for any further easing. But whenever there is a requirement, they would possibly consider it in the next month or so. So there was a quick mild reaction, no major fall in the US markets. European markets were relatively better off, except Germany. Most of the markets were up almost about 1%. There, in fact, the expectations in terms of ECB meet are much higher, because Mario Draghi has categorically said that they would do whatever it takes to hold together the euro and to see that there is no collapse of the banks, etc. So the expectations are high. Also, they have to deal with about 16-17 different countries, and there is opposition from Germany and few other countries in terms of what is it that they could possibly do to help the eurozone. So this meeting, which is coming up on Thursday, that is today, is far more crucial, and what steps are going to be announced are important, because we have seen some expectations built up there. When we look at the Asian markets, it's a mixed picture. Japan is up about 0.4%, and Hang Seng is down about 0.4%. So it's a mixed picture there in the Asian markets. SGX Nifty is also suggesting that we are going to have a flat opening, no major downtick or uptick. When we look at the flows in the cash market, FIIs were buyers to the tune of 441 crore, and the domestic institutions were sellers to the tune of 173 crore. Just to put things in perspective, this entire month in July, FIIs have bought shares worth 9,600 crore in the cash market, and we have seen a similar buying even in the futures market, and the markets have been holding out pretty well. We'll talk to Nandish about this from the F&O desk. Hi Nandish, good morning.
Good morning.
We are seeing the markets holding out pretty well above 5200 level. So just to understand this flows part, for the whole month we've seen a good amount of buying in the futures market. It would be, I guess, a little difficult to analyze the data on the option side, but what's your overall take on the flow situation that we are seeing right now?
As you said, there is a very good buying in the cash market, as well as almost same amount of buying on the futures market as well on the derivative side. It's clearly indicating market, whenever market is going down, is very good buying is coming in. So overall positions from the current levels is positive. But when I analyze the data, put call ratio, which measures the overall positions of in the option segment, is clearly indicating that the upside is limited from the current levels. As PCR, so we have seen a very good activity taking place on the call side rather than the put side. Now on the FNO front, majority of institutions are now betting on the calls, and the call writing has been taking place. And if I compare the institutions and the retail side, retail side has been buying puts. So it's clearly indicated the upside is limited from the current levels, and that's what we have seen. 3 consecutive days we have seen the short positions are building up. Now yesterday's trading session we have seen a marginal positions of on the long side, only 1.5 lakh shares been added in the open with the marginal uptick in cost of carry, indicating some long positions has been taking place. But as we are discussing earlier also, overall positions from current levels remains negative, and 5,300 is the levels which will act as a hurdle in the coming days.
Also, in terms of open interest built up, have you seen any major action happening in a particular strike?
See, yesterday was a very good day on the put side. We have seen a very good addition on the put side. You take almost any put options like 5,100, 200, even higher strike put option has seen some marginal addition. And now on the call side, 5,400 and 5,500 strike has seen a maximum addition on the open interest front. So now levels remain. Earlier also I was discussing that 5,300 call option is one strike where we have seen a continuous writing taking place, and mainly on the institution side. So it's clearly indicating that 5,300 will act as a hurdle. So unless and until market is not closing above 5,300 levels, the bars for the market will remain negative, and on the lower side 5,100, 5050 levels can be targeted.
Okay, any specific ideas that we can share?
From an intraday perspective, we have recommended 2 stocks. Hindustan Petroleum is looking negative with a resistance or a stop loss of 338.35, and Idea Cellular is also looking negative with a stop loss of 80.90.
Thanks Nandish for that update. Friends, in terms of news, we have some development on the Tata Communications front. One of their subsidiaries has got a major order for the installation of ATMs across about 4 states, about totally 14,000 ATMs. So we are suggesting a long call on Tata Communication with a stop loss of 241 and a target of 252 to 255. Unitech, friends, we have a development that Telenor has said that they will buy out the stake of the Uninor in the joint venture for about almost 4,200 crore, and because of that we are initiating a buy action on Unitech with a stop loss of 21 and a target of about 22.5 to 22.8. For those who really want to play a little safe, could look at buying a 20 call of Unitech for the current month. Friends, we have the news that State Bank of India has decided to cut the auto loan rates as well as home loan rates, and this could have some kind of a positive rub-off on Mahindra & Mahindra. Also, the automotive sales numbers that came out from Mahindra & Mahindra yesterday were quite positive. So we are suggesting a go long call on Mahindra with a stop loss of 684 and a target of 721 to 728. Friends, for Jet Airways there are some negative news. The ATF rates have been hiked by almost about 4.5%, and this is for the second time in a month. So we are suggesting a short call on Jet Airways with a stop loss of 372 and a target of about 355 to 352. Friends, US based Bristol Myers has filed a contempt of court order for Natco Pharma. So we are suggesting a short call on Natco with a stop loss of 349 and a target of 333 to about 330. In case of Deccan Chronicles, we had some negative news over the past few days, and now Hyderabad based Kavi Stockbroking has filed a case against them for cheating, etc. And there have also been aggressive pledging of shares by Deccan Chronicle in the past few days. The stock has actually corrected quite a bit, but we think that because of this negative news, one can go short with a stop loss of 14.3 and a target of about 13.4 to 13. Also, we had some dispatch numbers from cement companies yesterday, and the dispatch numbers for Ambuja were not too impressive. They just registered about 2% growth. So we believe that there could be some negative reaction to Ambuja, and one could short Ambuja with a stop loss of 188.5 and for a target of about 179 to 177. That's it from all of us, friends, on the market front. Have a nice trading session. See you tomorrow at the same time.